Hi students, I'm going to do notes with you. Some students will meet with me in person, some students might just get the recorded version, depending on how many students are in group. However, if you get the recorded version of it, I need you to make sure that you do check in with me to make sure you know what you're doing. All right, motion, commotion. Motion is any change in the position of an object. If you do not have this in your notes, please write it down now. More simply, motion is moving from point A to point B. Please add that to your notes. Types of motion. Speed is the distance an object moves in a given amount of time. Speed measures the rate of motion. Speed equals distance divided by time. S equals distance divided by time. Units, distance unit divided by time unit. So when you write your answer for when you calculate your distance, or your speed, I'm sorry, when you calculate your speed, you would do kilometers per hour, meters per second, miles per hour. If you do not have any of these notes on your note page, please add those to your notes. Okay, speed calculations. We have this triangle over here. This means distance divided by speed, distance divided by time. How to use it. Cover up the variable you're solving for. Horizontal lines mean divide. Vertical lines mean multiply. So distance divided by speed, distance divided by time, speed times time. A variable is the letter D, letter S, letter T. Please write this in your notebook. Example problems. Maurice ran a 100-meter dash in 9.73 seconds. What was his average speed? Please take some time to see if you can figure it out. Variables I'm given. D equals 100 meters. We got that right there. T equals 9.73 seconds. What I'm looking for? Speed. Formula I will use. S equals D divided by T. So speed equals distance divided by time. The solution to my problem is S equals 100 meters divided by 9.73 seconds, which is your T. And then your speed equals 10.3, oops, sorry, let me go back. Your speed equals 10.3 meters per second. So they took 100 meters, which is your distance, and they divided that by their 9.373 seconds. And they used a calculator, so please use a calculator, and it was 10.3 seconds. Polar bears are extremely good swimmers and can travel hours without resting. If a polar bear is swimming with an average speed of 2.6 meters per second, how far will it travel after 30 minutes or 1800 seconds? Variables I'm given. Speed, which equals 2.6 meters per second. T, which equals 1800 seconds. What am I looking for? Am I looking for speed right now? No, because speed equals 2.6. T equals 1800. So speed and time are given based on our triangle. So we are going to be finding the distance. Formula I will use. D equals S, which is speed, times time. T, which is time. The solution to my problem is 2.6 meters per second times 1800 seconds, Because we have two of the same variables, S and S, those two will cancel each other out. And you would get 4,680 meters. So again, the S's canceled each other out because there were two of them. A baseball is pitched with a speed of 35 meters per second. How long does it take the ball to travel 18.4 meters from the pitcher's mound to home plate? So we have 35 meters per second. We have 18.4 meters. Variables I'm given. Speed equals 35 meters per second. D equals 18.4 meters. What I'm looking for? Time. Why? Because 35 meters per second is my speed. And they gave us our distance was 18.4. So I would take distance divided by speed, and it's going to give me my time because those two variables were given. Formula I will use. T equals D divided by S. The solution to my problem is T equals 18.4 meters, which is my distance, divided by 35 meters per second, and that gives me 0.5 seconds. Again, 18.4 was my distance. We're going to divide that, 35 meters per second, which was my speed. And how did they get just the S? Because they had two M's. So they canceled the M's out, and they got 0.5 seconds. So that was their time. Types of motion. Velocity is a speed in a particular direction. Velocity equals distance divided by time. So V equals D divided by T. Units equal speed plus direction. So 50 miles per hour north, 36 meters per second from Dallas to Houston. This is basically the same calculation, speed, just add direction. So you could add north, south, east, and west. You could say from Fort Wayne to Indianapolis, or like in this case, Dallas to Houston. So velocity is just adding a direction. The cheetah, the fastest of land animals, can run a distance of 274 meters in 8.65 seconds at its top speed. If the cheetah is running north, what is its velocity? So what are my variables? Variables I'm given. D equals 274 meters, so my distance. I was also given my time. T equals 8.65 seconds. What I'm looking for? Velocity. Formula I will use. V equals D divided by T. The solution to my problem is 274 divided by 8.65 seconds. Why am I keeping both of my units? Because they do not cancel each other out, so it would be 31 meters per second. So my velocity is 31.7 meters per second, and he was running what direction? He was running north, so I have to add north to it. Acceleration is a change in speed or direction of an object. What is another way to say change in velocity? There are only three ways to accelerate. 1, speeds up. 2, slows down, which is deceleration. 3, changes direction. Okay, students, if you did not add notes to your notebook, please go back and add any notes that you feel are appropriate for your notebook. You must have the calculations in your notebook because you're going to need those as we go on. Again, please go back and add notes to your notebook that you had from slides. I'm sorry, not slides. From activity 1A and 1B in your science notebook.